You're listening to The Jay Palmer Show.
Oh, man. I just need to bite the bullet, folks. I just need to bite the bullet and get some of that intro music from my sound provider. It's hard to spend that much money, man. But it's I've been using this intro for this song for a year. So it's not like $100 wouldn't be like too much for me to spend to get a new intro song. Because that's how much it costs to get it out right. It's $100. It's like $99 or something. Oh, I need to do it. I think I'm not gonna. I need to do it. Some things are just easy for me to spend money on than other things. And that's a good way to support other people. I mean, that's like if I want to branch out to anything, I need to start like doing stuff like that. It's like, hey, I actually did branch out like that. I tried to. There's a guy on Reddit who does intro music, and I asked him what his rates were, and he never replied. And that's just something I've noticed a lot with the music industry, recording industry. A lot of people want to get shit for free. I mean, anything audio related, people want to get it for free. I mean, shit, I've been dealing with that since the beginning of me wanting to be a recording engineer. I don't really want to be a recording engineer anymore. I kind of am a recording engineer. I'm engineering my podcast. I just didn't think when I was playing guitar when I was in high school it would turn into a podcast someday. Hey, it is what it is. I also didn't think I'd be a stoner at 34. I mean, there's a lot of things I didn't think I would be. And I am. So I'm just saying, I'm just saying. Speaking of spending money. Oh, man. So I bought a new mixer. I just dropped it. I may have to buy a new mixer now because I just dropped this one. I bought a Mackie Mix 8 mixer. Compact mixer. I wish I would have gotten the case with it too, but they have a box for it. I can use the box and put it in the suitcase. And the reason why I got a new mixer is because when I recorded the Into the Weeds podcast in Colorado, it only recorded half of the audio when I went straight into the recorder or straight into my Zoom. And so yeah, I got a mixer. I won't have that problem again. It's going to be the identical setup to what I have now, minus a computer, basically. So I'm excited. I'm going back to Colorado in 2 weeks, and then after that, I'm going to Iowa for a wedding. That's actually going to be interesting. I'm excited to podcast about this wedding because we have some interesting dynamics going down for family. You know how family is. There's some interesting dynamics. Should I say it now or should I wait? I'll just say it now. Might as well. We can hype it up a little bit. So, the parents of my brother's fiance are like hardcore religious, Christian or whatever, and they're angry that she's getting married in a barn and not a church, and they've threatened to boycott the wedding. So yeah, that's and me being me, I'm trying to figure out how I could come into this mix with me being an asshole, or me not necessarily an asshole, but what can I do to like freak these people out? Just subtly though. I've grown up around people like that who how can I say this? Like their views on life where they think that they have the authority to dictate the lives of their other family members, their sons, their daughters, and even people not even in their immediate family. They think they have the authority to do that because they think maybe God gave them the authority. I don't know. And it's not right. I mean, that's actually a good transition for what I wanted to talk about in this show. Like right and wrong. I mean, the more I study the human mind and the people around me, like what is right and wrong? Right and wrong, from what I've read, from what other people, from what gurus have said, is a social circumstance. It's not an existential thing. It's a social thing. And the first time I heard that, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. But to really see it, in action, it really fucks with your head. And that's where, psychology comes in. It goes, well, that's cognitive dissonance, or that's all this bullshit. And it really fascinates me now. It fascinates me now that I know what it is and how to deal with it. Before, it's just confusion. But a really good example is I know somebody who is a different person based on where they're at. At home, they're a good Christian person, and at work, they're whoever's in the room. They can be the good Christian person, or they could be the promiscuous girl, or they can be all this other bullshit. And just to watch it is just like, I mean, that's got to be a miserable existence. First of all, like, I don't have enough energy to like. I barely have enough energy to be who I am. How are you gonna be 10 other different types of people or personalities? And I'm just like, and it's really hard for me to judge them. I mean, I don't want to say judge them, but I don't. It's not really judging anymore. It's more of I feel sorry for that person. That's got to be a miserable existence to have to be a different person around whoever you're with. And that's basically a survival mechanism. I mean, that's all that is. They're trying to survive. They're trying to fit in so they don't get pushed away. And I guarantee you that has something to do with their childhood. I guarantee you with this individual it is their childhood, because I know about their childhood. But the whole right and wrong thing, like I've seen this individual like do horrible shit to people, not violent, but just manipulative, lying, cheating. But at the same time, you see him in this situation over here, and they're like, they preach, love everybody, Christian values, but over here they're not, and it's just that's a problem, people. That's a big fucking problem. And if the more I look into this, the more I can tell you that, like, modern psychology, like, what is wrong with these people? What is wrong with people? And I mentioned Sadhguru in the past, and he said basically that to get your life in aligned, you need integrity. Like, what is it? What is integrity? It's your mind, your words, your actions are all on the same path. And that's all it is. I mean, that's all you need to do. And once you do that, once you get all those 4 things in line and live that, make it one of your values. Like everything else doesn't. Everything else goes away. And that's something that I personally do myself. And I really wish others would do that, but that's not my place to be. That's why I don't want to. That's why I don't want to practice psychology, because here I am sitting in this chair telling a person how to live their life when they can't even figure out when them by themselves they can't even figure out their own life. Why am I telling them to do it? Like, I need to worry about myself. Like if I transform the way I think, or if I transform the way I am and live my values, my life around me, like the people in the situations around me will improve. And they have. They have substantially improved. Like I was thinking about this earlier this week. Like I had a really big problem with boundaries when throughout my 20s. I just allowed people to just step over boundaries and just basically do whatever they want, do whatever they wanted, and that was a problem. That created so much chaos and misery in my life. And over the past 4 years ish, like, my boundaries are my boundaries, and that's you are not even allowed to think about crossing my boundaries. And after I've done that, like, there's so much less chaos in my life. It's ridiculous. Like, I mean, I don't want to say it's boring, but it's come to the point where, like, people know not to cross my boundaries. I'm not going to do anything stupid. Those are my boundaries. People respect my boundaries now that I respect my boundaries. And the word no is a hell of a thing. But back in my 20s, I was afraid to say no, because if I say no, they'll hate me, or they'll fire me, or all this stuff. I've said no to my boss and people where I work. They actually respect me more for saying no. And I've let a prior boss, go over my boundaries, and I just she never respected me as a person because I allowed her to cross those boundaries. Now that my boundaries are just set in place, like, people respect me more. And that's what I see. I just wish other people would do that, because the society would be a lot less chaotic. And it would be it'd be a better place if people would have better boundaries. Boundaries are important, are extremely important. There's actually a book. I can't remember who wrote it. Do I have it over here? I don't think. Oh, I think it's over there on my shelf or in my closet. But there's a book called Boundaries. You can read it. I mean, it's not. I don't want to say it's a bad book, but it's a good book, and it teaches you boundaries. But one of the best books I've read. Okay, there's No More Mr. Nice Guy, and there's The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Those are the 2 books that have transformed me mostly to the person I am now. I mean, that started The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. It started like this entire journey for me that's like to where I am now, and it blows my mind. So yeah, I hope that made sense. But yeah, I mean, the right and wrong. It's just like it means nothing. right and wrong means nothing. And yes, I understand that I'm not saying go out there and beat people up and kill people and all this bullshit. Don't do that. That's bad. That's bad. But just because you're with a group of people, it's okay to hate on an individual or another group of people when you're with them, but when you're not with them, you don't. That doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? Why would you be a different person here than you are there? That's what I'm trying to say. Don't do that. That's a one-way trip to schizophrenia. Think about that for a second. If you really sit there and look about schizophrenia, what it is. I mean, I don't know much about schizophrenia, but just like anything in the cluster B spectrum, like paranoia. Like, what is paranoia? The constant thought of somebody's like trying to scam you or do something bad to you. Think about that for a second. I want you to think about it. So you're a different person here than you are there, and you're worried about other people manipulating and scamming you. What are you doing to those people? Think about that. When you're a different person here than you are there, you are being the scammer and the manipulator, not them. So the reason why you're thinking other people are doing it is because you're doing it. So don't do that. If you stopped trying to manipulate people, you wouldn't have thoughts of manipulation. It's an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing. We see the world from the inside out, not from the outside in. If you have thoughts of people manipulating you, you need to check yourself and be okay. Am I manipulating people? I had that problem when I was, like I said, when I was in my 20s. I was trying to be that nice guy to get everybody to like me, and I was fucking miserable because I manipulated the shit out of people, and I got nowhere. Like I was trying to be somebody who I wasn't. I guarantee you, if I knew what I know now back when I was 20, I would be 10 years ahead of. Obviously, I'd be 10 years ahead because that was 10 years ago, almost more than 10 years. I lost 10 years of my life to being in a minute, trying to be nice, caring what other people think. You're not responsible for other people's thoughts or feelings. So stop trying to dance around them. It's an amazing thing. It is an amazing thing. Good times, good times. I decided I'm not going to get high today. You don't believe it. I know you don't. You know why? Because it's fucking April Fool's Day. I'm going to get stoned like a motherfucker. Oh, speaking of getting stoned, let's see if I can grab it here. Oh, where's it at? So yesterday I was let's see if I can bring it up here. I was streaming on YouTube, doing my thing, and it's gonna be really loud. And so I was streaming, I was stoned, and I forgot I use XSplit to record, and you can put an overlay of like an intro or a picture. I forgot to take the picture down, and 8 people watched my video, and not one of them said, "Hey, your overlay's up there." That's a problem. But I'm just saying. But anyway, in the middle of all this, I just started dying laughing. And
What the fuck, dude? Response code 2.
Okay, we need to focus. Hey, what the fuck?
Good to see you.
Are you serious? Get on the ground, sir. Whoa. No,
Yeah, so I got glue on both of my hands.
I was okay.
When
Okay, what? What I was trying to do here is I yesterday or earlier this week my shave brush where I like put the cream on my face, it came out of like the handle, and like it was basically the brush part came out of the handle part, and all I had was the brush, like the tip of the brush. That doesn't make any sense. Like, there's a little holder for the bristles, and that came out. And I got some Gorilla Glue to glue it back in. And then when I put it back in, like, the glue came out of, like, it squirted out of the sides and got over the brush, and then I got it on my hands. Like, when I put it in the sink, and I'm trying to explain what happened to my hands, I think. I don't even know. I put my hands. See, this is the shit. This is the crap I wish I would have happened when I was doing the weed podcast. Because this is what it was like after I turned it off. I gotta get this going. Sorry, sir. What the fuck, dude? Stop, dude. I need to focus, dudes. My eyes are watering. I can't see. Oh, God dang it, dudes. Where are you at? Oh, fuck. Alright, it's time to do this. I haven't pulled out the whole taser car thing lately. Sir! So yeah, that was me trying to stream yesterday. I felt miserable. Why couldn't anybody tell me that, hey, your fucking overlays up? 10 people watched this. I know for a fact at least 2 people watched it while I was doing it live. They couldn't get on chat and be like, hey, dude. Hey, dumbass, your fucking overlays up there. It's frustrating. So I'm going to start doing what I decided this week that I'm going to I want to start streaming on Twitch, and I want to do some RP stuff with GTA. Because it doesn't take any effort for me to do it. It's there. I can just do it. I already have all the resources, so I'm not going to spend time, creating anything. So I'm going to start streaming on Twitch. I've got a Twitch stuff already. I might put it in the description of the podcast. I'm probably going to stream some today when I start smoking again. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Anyway, I think that'll do it.
The Jay Palmer Show is hosted on Podbean.com. Download the app on iOS and Android and listen anytime, anywhere.
Thank you, Daniel. All right, guys. JayPalmerShow.com. Facebook bullshit if you want. My advice is to leave Facebook, but that's just me. Yeah, I may pull my advertising from Facebook and go to Twitter. Or I might even go to Reddit. Because I spend a lot of time on Reddit. Might as well advertise on there. I'm going to look into that. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.